Hello and welcome to the OCC Week 8. Is this Week 9? There's still one more to go, right? We've still got to talk
This is
about...
week 8.
This is Week 8,
Next
alright.
is 9.
Alright, we're going to talk... Alright, it's Week 8 OCC recap. I have a feeling we do 10 recaps a season, right? So one of them's either 0 or 10.
Normally do 11 even because it's the prequel we do 10. It's the analyzing all the teams that are going to be in the league, and the last one we do double duty of round and checking leaderboards and see who goes up or down.
Yeah. Anyway, let's call this one 8 for now. It might be 9, whatever. Where we will be looking at Division 2A and one of the Tier 1s. I always ask Galentio and he never cares because he has a team in both of them. I guess, what do you want to do, the bad news division or the good news division first, you know?
They're both bad, Jesus. They've been both, like last week was I'm still processing grief. I'm in the 5 stages. And let's start with 2A since I'll feel better.
Yeah.
Seeing the plebs fighting to get in my tier.
Yeah, exactly. And talking of depression, hello Gerasimo, how are you? And also I have a camera again. Look, and with a green screen because I'm back at home.
You have one of those green tapestries behind you.
Yeah, so basically I bought a big piece of green cloth and had a bunch of bits of wood and made a frame out of it, and so it's like a curtain of green behind me. Yeah.
I see.
It's not very hard.
Streamer now.
Yeah.
Legit.
Well, I made it about 2 years ago, maybe. So I've been in this flat for a year, and I made it before I moved into this flat. Whoa! The real world showing. Wait, now which side is that? No, that is that side. Is that the real world?
What is the real world?
Yes, it is the real world.
And, let's have a 2-hour conversation about philosophy of green screens and real life.
There we are. No more real world. All right. Okay. Just the Blood Bowl.
I'm ashamed.
All right. So the first game of the week, right, is Ratimo's game against Silfwin. Which Ratimo said we could skip, but unfortunately, I don't think we're allowed to do that for betting purposes, at least.
And already it's too close to me for me to skip on this. You might come here and beat my ass.
Is this one where you get points and he doesn't then?
I need to open some windows first. Let me.
Opening windows will help you get more points against him. Okay, let me make sure that that's in the right place. So I did that.
Open so many windows while I left the chat.
So, Ratimo, what happened? You got absolutely murdered by wood elves.
Yep.
LOL, I believe is the phrase I would use.
LOL.
Let me guess, were you fouling and it didn't work? Oh, you bet against yourself. So is this a throw then? Is that what this is?
Yes. Because that's what wood elves need, is more points.
I think I saw some of this, but I don't remember it because I was too busy vaguely chatting to Ratimo about his grumpiness rather than actually paying attention to the game.
Well, from the stats, it seems like both did the same blocks, but the wood elves just banged them on the casualty dice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it happens.
I mean...
I sure do know it happens.
Do the wood elves have 2 Mighty Blow? No, they have 1. Yeah, they have 2 Mighty Blow, right? And
everyone knows that.
Beauty Elite
than Mighty Blow.
I mean, well, one of them actually has visible Mighty Blow rather than the hidden one, right? So that, you know, Silfwin has the tree and a Mighty Blow War Dancer, and Ratimo has 0 Mighty Blow. So the fact you've got similar numbers of armor breaks from similar number of blocks when he's mostly blodge, and actually, no, maybe it does make sense.
I think it might be the loners that were the most targeted for that. But I think I was watching, but not at the same time. Just checking results.
Oh wait, so you got a blitz, Ratimo, at the beginning? Oh no, did you get blitzed? So did the elves get under the ball, or did the Kislev get to blitz?
No, the Kislev got a blitz, tried to get under the ball, but they just kept 1A9ing things. I'd probably say leaps and blocks. Yeah, when that happens, it's like it's out of your control almost.
Whoop.
You're starting bots. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, all right, fine.
Hacking. I
Yeah,
saw hacking.
hacking the mainframe.
Yes.
Still, at least, that movement bust on a strip ball is kind of bad. A level up on dirty player is also kind of bad.
Well, this team is going to retire, so
Going in the bin, basically.
yeah. Are you
Um,
still gonna play Kislev, or are you gonna go full bang and play like Chaos or Nurgle?
he was talking about he was actually no. So
Trunks.
originally he was saying he's just going to re-roll into Kislev again, but then I think he did say he's had enough of kill teams and he's going to go murder
I
team.
think he said Shorfs, but I'm not sure.
But that might just be just to annoy people in the chat who he knew hated Shorts, though, right?
Ratamo annoying people? No.
Anyway, should we actually have a look in the betting then? So
Okay.
the predictions at the
Benton.
moment. Ooh, I'm not there yet. Give me a second.
Still haven't set up the scores.
What? I don't know how you could suggest such a thing. I'm totally not stalling for time right now.
You have a green screen. You're supposed to be professional.
What? No, you're not. Like, I mean, as professional as Eliod, because he has a green screen, and he also did that brilliant stream with the notepad. So you know, whatever.
So
anyway, go on.
Use.
You said Danton.
Danton's
on 50.
Yeah, Jesus. Danton, me, you, Philadius, Guido, and Ratamo. Danton is very well positioned to win it all now. Revenge from last season when I stole it from him.
Oh, what? He's actually... Oh, yeah, he's got 2 points out ahead of Spider now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the penultimate week. No, there's still loads of time. 2 points is nothing,
Yeah.
right?
I'm still
Sorry, wait. So we had Danton, me, you, Philadius...
Ratamo.
Oh, and Ratamo. I missed that Ratamo.
And Guido.
Yeah, I got Guido. All right, so the next game is
This game.
Weblin's Average Pros against Kia Seed, the French name. So the Average Pros won 2-1 against Kia Seed.
Yeah, it's what was expected, I think.
A dead lineman, an AV broken, another lineman, so no one cares.
A rookie lineman, nobody cared, basically.
Eldril was indeed the inducement choice. I think we did talk about Eldril being the option.
Yeah. I think in this situation, with all the blodge and the stand firms and the wrestle, Eldril is the best.
Yeah.
Like, just to incapacitate like a player that's gonna be annoying. Don't they have diving tackle? Yeah, they even have a blitzer with diving tackle.
They got 2. Like both blitzers. Oh, what? Wait. The Brets have diving tackle. Yeah, they have 2. Yeah.
And of course the Pro Elves have diving tackle also.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I still don't agree with that pass block. But let's let the meme live on.
I mean, it played on my mind a lot when I was playing against him. Right. I do think it's like I don't think the other options are that much better.
I would go Fend, to be honest.
Yeah, but you know, fine.
Fend with sidestep is even adds another layer of annoyance.
It does, but you know, pass block won't work most of the time. But when it does work, it might win you the game, right? Or it might stop the opponent from catching you up, which is
there's even a case for Stripple also.
Yeah.
I could think of like all the other skills as being better, but oh well.
I can think of lots of skills that are equally okay, but not like so. Yes, strip ball is okay, but like you're going to be stripping with your catchers more likely. And even then, lots of people have
Even
short
if
hands
you
now.
don't go strip ball, you can go frenzy. For
Fend
example.
is like meh. I like having a frenzy piece actually. Generally, frenzy is one of the things I take on pro blitzers as well. But
Yeah, but yeah,
but at some point, passport's going to work, and when it works, it's going to be amazing.
yes, the one in 20 games that it works.
Yeah.
It's going to work against me. Also, hi.
Oh, hello, Ramo. How are you?
Oh, is that a Ratamo?
It's a very quiet Ratamo.
Yeah, it's a very quiet rabbit.
Where's Discord? Oh, there we are. Don't turn yourself up. Well, you can turn yourself up a bit.
No, I don't.
No, are you as loud as you can be?
No, I can actually move the microphone away closer.
That's a good idea.
But you wouldn't go over again.
Okay. How are you anyway, Ratamo?
Well, I just wanted you guys to get over me so I can join.
So we're going to go back to the first game now and talk about... No, it's fine.
Ratama has left the chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyone have any idea about this other than the fact the game was played? Like...
No, I don't have any idea about this game.
No, fine.
It seemed like a grind, but I can check the replay.
There weren't too many blocks. It's fine. There were 3 hypnotic gazes and only one of them worked. So Eldril was obviously amazing.
Okay, let's see.
There was a fireball on 5 players and he got 3 of them. So
Okay.
I imagine
the Bretts got the 8th turn grind on the first drive. They scored on turn 8, 1-0. And then the Pro Elves scored on turn 13. And then they stole the ball on around turn 14 and just scored at the end of the game.
with the wizard or...
Let me see if it was Wizard that stole it. It's hard to see in the stats here.
There was a definite fireball.
It's really hard to find the Wizard on all these stats. Set up, cast dead, foul. There was a foul. No, but this was the Bretts. And they add here? They add the ball here. Then I can see the Wizard here, but I don't think it happened. It was mostly a block that stole it, not.
Just fighting that caused it to go
Just
through.
fighting stole it. I think it was Strip Ball that took the. Yeah, Strip Ball made the ball bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Like a catcher went for all the movement, and the Bretts mispositioned, like not expecting a movement 8 piece to go around their screen.
Yeah.
And then he got a push, got the ball loose, rolled a lot of dices, and ran away with the ball with the blitzer. And then the Bretts couldn't take the ball off the blitzer. And he just scored.
Cool. And I've already done the betting, which went to Philadius, Galentio, and Guido. Cool.
It was one of those games where the Bretts were well positioned to score again, but they made a critical error and then Strip Ball did magic.
Okay. The next game is Southville S&M, coached by Cornite, not Ethelred this week, against Duckwing's Wolverine Fielders.
Ethelred played really well this game.
Yeah, he did. He played amazingly.
Yeah.
Absolutely outplayed the Norse. Yeah. I got what was her name? I got Roxana.
Mm-hmm.
And she and I had a wizard, obviously, so there was a bit of inducement, and that inducement was enough for me to. Actually, he defended really well, I should say. So he started off. I put the kick in a corner. He kind of split his team a bit, putting half his team around the ball and the other half trying to get the LOS hits. And I basically just put all the L's between the two halves, and he recovered really well from that. I thought he made some very good decisions in his next turn. But I basically fireballed, the kind of the semi cage he'd made, and then built my own little cage with my witch in it, and Roxana wandered in, picked up the ball, and threw it into the ready-made cage, and it was basically 1-0 the Dark Elves. He might have scored back, I can't remember, but then I 8-turn grinded down for the. No, I stopped him from scoring back, and then I scored a second, but quickly. No. But then, so I stopped him from scoring, but then on my drive in the second half, he stopped me from scoring and scored himself, but left me long enough for a 2-turn, and I just scored. So it was 2-1. Yeah.
Did you injure the runner, the double niggle one?
I was punching him all game. Every turn, he was in the fireball. He got knocked down. He was fine. Didn't break armor. I stunned him a bunch of times. I was hitting him so many times. It was like turn 14 of him repeatedly being hit by the tackle witch before he left the pitch and he got an M&G. But oh my god, I was punching him so much for a double niggled AV7 player.
It's kind of worth it as a passive taunt if you think about it.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, on the other hand, that I wasn't punching him in favour of going for the ball or anything, but he did leave the pitch earlier. But it was like a KO, and he came straight back again. That was kind of annoying. But man, I must have hit him about like 8 times or something in the game.
His job.
But yes, and doing their job. Roxana died, which was doing her job, which was good.
MNG, you won't be able to play your next game.
No. Anyway, who bet on me? Oh, sorry, who bet on Ethelred? I should say.
Yes. Who bet on it? Why did I bet for the tie? Because the Norse team seems scary. Oh well.
Yeah, no one trusts me.
You and Ethelred voted, and Sylphwin.
Yeah, and Weblin. Hey Weblin, we just talked about your game, but you weren't here.
Yeah.
Well done for outplaying Kia by the looks of it. Lol.
Just a question, Evelyn. The second score, you stole the ball with a strip ball, right, against the Brits, and then just scored.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw in the replay, but sometimes the replay is confusing on those plays. We'll answer later. Let's keep going.
Yeah. I am putting in the points because I've totally forgotten.
Yeah, it was that. Okay, I was right then. It was a strip ball, 1 dice.
Sorry, the silent. So what is the next game? You can check for me what the next game is.
It's Undead versus the James Cook team.
Oh, that was an admin game.
Yeah, it was an admin game.
Yeah. So it didn't happen. Does James Cook had some real life issues, or is it just the end of the season? Who can tell?
Drop out. He had to drop out for this season. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back later on, but some real life stuff.
Cool.
The summer burnout continues.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it this evening, I guess. But there's a lot of coaches from the champs who are dropping out this season as well, I think.
That will change a lot of the promotions then, right?
Maybe not, because I think they're probably all people who would have been demoted anyway. I guess it will change. It'll change tier 2 promotions. There's going to be a lot of extra tier 2 promotions.
Yes.
Because they're going to be going up to fill holes that will be made by the champs who are leaving.
I still can get demoted to tier 2, so let's see.
Weblin said I had bad luck in the first half and then amazing luck on turn 15 to win the game, essentially. Don't think James will be back. He's chosen to sit out next season too. At least not back soon. Yeah, is this the next round of people who think that maybe Blood Bowl 3 is actually going to happen soon? I wonder.
Well, they're kind of obligated to release it this year, but that's a talk for another time.
So we're not giving points for that game. So I'll do a little poop emoji on it. Where is the poop emoji gone? Oh my god, my poop emoji isn't even the top reaction anymore. How annoying!
Now.
There we go. Yeah.
Double poop. Okay. Now next we
next.
have Philadius against Kung Fu Fighters.
Yeah, Lefe
A
against.
team that's really good, but keeps losing for some reason.
Well, that's good to know because I'm playing him as Ethelred this week. As Ethelred. Ethelred's no longer going to be on holiday, but he's working. And his work involves going to other countries, and his work. He used to be able to play when he went on his business trips, but his work laptop has been locked. Steam has been locked out, so he can't play Bubble anymore.
Okay.
Time to get a Steam Deck maybe, so he can leave Blood Bowl on his home computer and.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Fumble in my work computer.
Wait.
Now that I was able to make it work on Linux.
I was about to say Java. Oh, on Linux. Okay, fine. I'm pretty sure all my work computers have been locked down from, using Java. What with?
Yeah, you can't lock down Java.
No, yes, you can. You can just not install it. Do not have Java on your computer.
Yes. The moment I do that in my company is the moment I start looking at the door.
Are you a Java programmer, or is that just because of Fumble?
No, I don't like. I think it's too much controlling. Like,
Oh, okay.
I feel
Yeah.
like authoritarian government company is not my style.
Yeah.
The perks of being a programmer also. Being
Yeah.
efficient
Like
where you work.
trusting programmers to choose their own programs, I think is probably a good idea. It's the rest of the company who might install dodgy things that you need to
Yeah,
worry
the
about.
HR department installing the casino apps and stuff.
Yeah, I used to work with a guy. So I actually work in HR as a profession generally, although like the database side of HR. So like actual human records. And yeah, one of the guys I worked with once was fired for basically playing for betting all day on his work computer and not doing any work, which is just hilarious. Anyway,
HR. Okay.
Before I get into trouble with anyone who might recognise what company that is.
Ethelred getting arrested on stream live.
Yeah, that's true as well.
No, Ethelred Cornet, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
Philadius.
too confused since you have the same team now.
Yeah, we are in fact the same person. I've absorbed his Blood Bowl related things. I went for a draw. Why did I go for a draw? What an idiot. Philadius obviously going to win this. I don't know, like
I go with
Lefe. I don't understand how Lefe has lost this many games. The team is still good. I don't think he's not a bad coach.
He use what he has for some reason. Something in his brain does not catch that he has a natty almost.
Or
his blitzers are awesome, and he just keeps mispositioning them. I don't know.
He doesn't pile on that much. That's the issue.
He doesn't even have piling on anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had earlier.
I
don't think
right.
he even used it once against me, though. I think he just removed them without it anyway. But
like my team was much less developed than his, and I won against him. And I still look at his team, and I was like, I wish I had a team like this. I would just change a couple of level ups, but apart from that, it's an awesome team. I don't know.
I'm not sure I would change the level ups. I mean,
there are some coaches that are way better at early teams than late teams. This might be a case of that.
Yeah, that could be true as well. Yeah, maybe he likes having a wizard and playing games where he's actually the overdog, is giving him the problems.
Because that requires a different mindset when you play with high TV.
Yeah,
especially if you're ahead with humans, which is not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, Philadius had the wizard as well, I guess. What with being the lower... Wait, was he that lower? It was 90 TV. Do you think he spent 60 to get a wizard? Maybe.
Maybe it wouldn't be. Or if he had the extra treasury, better to spend it on a wizard.
Is it getting towards the end of the season? Does some people? I know a lot of people do spend tend to spend their money towards the end of the season. I'm not sure if that makes that much. There was a
If
lightning
they're
bolt.
fighting for a spot, I can
Yeah.
see that. But at the TV that the elves are right now, they start to get spiraling expenses. So
Mhm. There was
Mm,
indeed a lightning bolt, and so I guess that involved the elves
it was
stealing the ball.
yeah, classic 2-0 grind of having a wizard.
Mhm. Yeah,
I can
I
see that happening.
imagine so.
easily.
A level up for a dark elf who had gone tackle first, which is an interesting first skill.
So dodge, no.
Yeah, I guess.
If not a startup or a double. Double is mighty low. It's always as block tackle.
So who bet on Palladius? Loads of people.
Loads of people. Yeah, even like who bet? I thought Red of course betted for the humans. Okay.
Well, I thought Ethelred was supposed to show dark elf solidarity. That's wrong. And I bet for a draw because I'm an idiot who thinks betting differently is a good idea occasionally.
Yeah, you're starting to become Ethelred more and more.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Okay.
like we're both a bit what's the word? We both
Quirky, I
yeah,
guess.
we like to pick the unusual choices.
Okay. Philadius, me and Guido,
Yeah.
and Spider and Ratamo.
Cool. I did that partly while I was chatting as well, so I was a bit ahead. In case Spider in case Spider watched the video and doesn't see his number go up after you said Spider, I did it a few seconds ago just for one tape a bit further. All right.
Conspiracy continues.
Yeah. All right, and that completes 2A for this week,
Yeah,
right?
no, we still need to talk about the last round.
Yeah, but
There's
let's have a look at the table because
Yeah.
it's complete, right? So we can
that
see this,
influences the
and we can see who's still. I mean, basically, Silfwin and Weblin are both 100% confirmed, right? That's it.
they're gonna get promoted for sure.
And then Ethelred and Palladius are at least probably getting promoted anyway, but fighting it out
Yeah.
for next place.
Yeah, like if James Cook has given up already, it's
Oh, shit, yeah.
mostly
Yeah,
Yeah,
James.
no,
almost
so
certain
we
that
might
even
choose.
Ethelred, if he comes fourth, he'll be promoted because a lot of people are dropping out of one.
Oh, actually-
tier one.
James wouldn't be able to catch it even if he won because
Yeah.
he's got the worst touchdown difference, right?
He started winning, but he lost by a lot at the start of the league, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ratamo is going to get demoted to tier 5.
Or restart as well. Because his team's.
Chaos Dwarfs, here we come.
Have you still decided what team you're gonna get?
Chaos Dwarfs,
Chaos
Dwarf.
Dwarfs. I told you. Chaos
Dungeons and Maggots.
Yes. I'm gonna give
Good
dirty
name.
player to all the dog goblins.
Obviously.
No, he's going to give dirty play to the Chorfs as well.
And on the minor as well. If
All doubles are sneaky good.
Okay, so the coming week is the first game, in fact, is yours, Ratamo, where you'll be playing Weblin.
I'm going to get diced.
Well, Weblin's made it. Does he need to try to win, maybe?
No, it needs to preserve the team, basically.
One or more teams have left the competition. I guess we can guess who that one is. But anyway,
It looks a lot better, the team now. He started the season with a lot of loners, if I'm not mistaken.
what, Weblin or Ratamo?
Weblin.
Weblin, yeah, he's actually got a
Both.
full 11. I know, so I think Weblin's got a full 11. I think Ratamo hasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got 11 now.
Oh, Weblin said in chat, I'm going to dice him even more than last week, I hope.
Well, it's the Ratamus chance to be a party pooper and try to injure something.
I have
Serial
tried it for
fouling.
five matches or something. Haven't done it.
It's with his 8-player Kislev team, who have a total of 10 skills across them.
Is it Morg time?
Could well be. So 8, that's 3, that's 180. So you're on 1290. So yeah, Morg, and then still enough for a wizard, and some more after that.
Or a chainsaw to get frisky.
Oh no, actually no, 510, so it's not even that much. But yeah, do you get more against pro elves as Kislev? I guess you do. Yeah, there's not many other choices, are there?
Mm. Yeah, like Kislev star players kind of suck.
I mean, they get lizards as well, but they're all
they only get Sibley. That's of importance that I can remember.
And the stabby one. Oh, I always forget his name because I want to say Skitter.
Hemlock.
Yeah, Hemlock. Thank you. Yeah. Played too many
I haven't
rats.
seen Hemlock in ages.
I saw him.
You might see it on Sunday.
Yeah, I saw him a week ago. Yeah, you could go Wizard, Skitter, and Glart, I guess. Wizard, Skitter, and the other one. Oh, Hemlock and Celebrity, I meant.
Just go stab Chainsaw and all the bribes. Try to kill his team.
I mean, you do have a strip ball, and you do have a Garda. But
That's all I have.
Yeah. But it is pro elves as well, so the pro elves are not going to be standing around waiting for you to strip them, I guess. They
have a counter strip also, and Ratamo doesn't have any sure hands.
No. And it leaps. How good are you at defending against leapers, Ratamo?
Weblin, the Ratamo has nothing to lose. Why he can be a party pooper or just have fun. That's his decision, I guess.
I've tried to Shifal the Wardens the last game. Didn't work. I tried to kill stuff on the match day 7. Didn't work. So this time I will do it.
But basically, Ratamo can lose like 4-0 and still win the game.
Team recycle. Win the division, but do not get any. Team, I will go on with. That's great.
Sorry, Weblin, I just unleashed something on you. We'll make the last game interesting at least.
If ever there was a kiss of death, Ethelred has voted for Ratamo. So
he's definitely gonna lose now.
And everyone else has gone for Weblin, not even draws. Sorry, Ramo.
I didn't vote for myself either.
Yeah.
No, it's Weblin. I just gotta vote against Weblin here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been trend of the
much
season.
Better team. Like no inducements can especially Kislev inducements don't make the difference.
It's nice having a wizard, but other than that, no, you're right. I don't foul much, but I do go for dirty player alignment with Kislev because they kind of fulfill a lot of different roles. So they're like spare players as well as dirty players, and they kind of scare opponents a bit. But anyway, next game.
Next game is Sylphwin against the Norse.
Yeah. So
please don't kill me. I'm going to tier 1 game.
I mean, is this actually going to be kind of close-ish at all? I think the Norse defended really well against me in my game. It's their offense that was pretty terrible, right? They weren't thinking far enough ahead for their 3-turn drive. So on their 3-turn drive, they pulled all their Agi 3 players out of range. On the with 2 turns left, I just had to punch 1 or 2 players and slow them down. Admittedly, they did roll double skulls, but they didn't. They could have had a better setup.
The first place is still up for grabs.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I don't think that Weblin and Sylphwin are. I don't know if they're prioritizing that or just having a team for next season. But Sylphwin really has the advantage here because elves at this level can just evade the Norse most of the times, and this is a very outstrength the other team instead of pinning the other team down kind of team.
Yeah.
So I think definitely will the elves have the advantage here.
Yeah, he was pretty good at basing up, but also, with only one tackle, it's not hard to just dodge away with everyone, and you just keep dodging until something fails. And usually you can win at that point, right?
And the Sylphan gets quite a bunch of
not
inducements.
that much.
At least the wizards.
Yes.
It gets what matters. It's a wizard. The rest is just fluff.
Yeah, you're right. So basically, although he's on 1660, he's got two loners, so he's on 1800. So he'll get 200 of inducements. So 150 of that is wizard. I guess
Wizard and a babe, and
the other 50 is a babe, and that's it. Yeah, that's what you can do, and hope that the Norse don't bang you out.
Yeah, but that's all the games against the elves and pro elves. Like they win if their players survive. Basically.
Although Sylphin wanted to buy a catcher, right? So he could actually buy a catcher, and then he wouldn't get the babe, but he'd still, he'd have a slightly nicer team, maybe.
How much is a catcher? It's like 80 or 90, right?
90, I want to say.
Yeah, you can still get the wizard even with a catcher.
Oh yeah,
you can try to develop him if the game goes his way.
Yeah, he'll definitely. He might even, be able to put the extra in for the babe anyway, right?
Because the elves just need to screen, and the Norse don't have any ways to.
The Norse will target his guard player, and because obviously as the bashy strong team, they don't want to see an elf with guard.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Norse started to go for the tree first, like just try to claw it down.
That would be funny, but I don't think they will. Maybe. But that
if you can get out of the tree like in turn 1 or 2, it's a good removal. I would say.
But this might be Big Teeth's last game, just to warn Sylphin.
Oh. So another play with nothing to lose. Okay.
I think not the model. Finally.
So I
there are a lot.
I didn't hear that. What did you say, Ramon?
Yeah.
The Norse needs to kill stuff, and they will kill the wood elves, obviously.
Yeah. That was basically the Norse game plan: is try and kill stuff.
But yeah, we're good. Like we had the tier 2 and tier 1 with a lot of like well-known OCC coaches, and now the new generation is coming up. I'd say. So we're gonna see a lot of coaches that we might not recognize next season.
Okay, next game is Coran Croissants against Hit Me Baby One More Time.
One of the best names.
Because I have trouble saying it. 21-20, although 21 if found 2100 because he's got a bit of black bank bloats for the Bretts.
This is quite a beat up undead team also.
14 players for the Bretts against
13 for the undead. This might be the most bloated Bretts in all OCC, basically.
Yeah,
he's the highest TV teams.
I think they've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
Wow, this under team is very low TV, isn't it? It feels new.
Yeah, 14-6. It looks like an undead team that just played like a season or two.
Actually, the Bretts haven't played that many more games. It's weird. Just the way it is.
Yeah, they it seems like their blitzers are the SPP sponges, and the rest of the team is just along for the ride. Oh, if you count it, it's what 80 games. That's a lot. Jesus, 80 games is a lot.
And they're fighting for not being relegated. Because they're both in the relegation zone at the moment, or close to it.
I don't think they're gonna be relegated. Oh no! If Ratamo gives up, more people are gonna be relegated.
Is that the case? I don't think that's the case. Ratamo, Watting is not going to pull more people down, because you always get loads of people who give up, who are being relegated, and they don't cause more people to be relegated.
And I can also get it higher. I can end up 5th. I don't really get it, but I end up 5th.
Yes, if you pull the rabbit out of the hat with Weblen.
If I just kill stuff.
Yeah.
Easy.
If the bottom team beats the top team, it'll all be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, but I think it's
like
it's the Brett's game to lose, basically.
should be, yeah. Although like what with all that inducements, you're gonna have 3 mummies because it's gonna be
Ramtut for
Ramtut.
sure. And even you can get Setek.
Ramtut, Setek, and a wizard for the undead is
That's a good
plausible.
combo. That's
Jesus.
a power duo.
No, you can't. No. How much money do they have?
That's Ramtut is really expensive, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
4
think
something, isn't he?
It's 380 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, 380. No, you're right. Yeah. Oh, so they might. He's got enough money that he could go for Ramtut, Setek, and a wizard, or he could save his money and go for Ramtut, Setek, and a bribe. And he does have 2 dirty players. Oh, wait. That reminds me. Who's at home? The Bretts are at home, aren't they?
What wizard did the Bretts have?
Oh.
I think it was the Pixel Ogre, no?
No, yeah. Throw a rock and get the rep.
Yep.
Damn it! I thought they had the bribe stadium at first, but no.
There's another Brett team that has the
Yeah, I'm getting my Bretts mixed up.
star players one.
Oh, Nuffalter. I guess I'm gonna. Everyone's going for Kia. I kind of want to not, but I'm gonna go for Kia.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going for a draw. I think a draw is possible. Both these teams are at the bottom. Yeah, I'll go for. I can chance mine over a draw. I don't care about the points that much. Lol.
Next game it's Ethelred version 2 versus
Ethelred against Leffe, which is on Sunday, probably. I think.
Curious stat over here. Like Leffe is the last one, but is the second one on casualties.
Is it what? So he's winning the casualty war, but losing the actual winning the game problem.
Yeah, he's only behind the Norse in terms of Kaz.
It's almost like Kaz don't help you win. Who'd have thought it?
Especially when the league is full of elves, yes.
You know, wait, it's worth showing this. Almost everyone has a negative Kaz. How does that happen?
Well, there's a Norse, there's a human, and a bunch of elves.
But I feel like the
Yeah,
negative numbers add up to a bigger number than the positive numbers, right?
Ethelred was the elf with most Kazes, also. It almost looks like he was practicing with some Norse and started picking up Dark Elves.
I
Also,
hardly.
the Breads have been Kazing a bit. Don't forget that there are some Kazes that don't happen by the action of the
Self Kaz, right?
Self Kazes are a thing.
But I'm sure
snakes
usually
and stuff.
people end up with more positive numbers anyway. I guess that's not possible, is it?
You'd think that
Spike doesn't show self-inflicted casualties.
Yeah, is it just? I don't know.
Goblin Spy does. Spike doesn't.
Yeah, for the really in-depth stats, Goblin is better.
You know, they both have their pluses and minuses. I think Spike is easier to read, though. Personally.
Yeah, for sure. Has a more updated UI.
Yeah, and well, actually, I've not been to Goblin Spy since he started. He rebuilt the website to try and fix some problems, and he got kind of halfway through it, and I got bored of logging in and seeing broken things. So I haven't actually been there.
Now it's fine, but it's still very old school feel. But yeah, what do you think about this game?
I have to vote for Ethelred for which is unusual, obviously. Usually it's the opposite. I guess we need to look at the teams, why don't we? Wait, we have moved on to Ethelred versus Clepe, haven't we? Yeah.
Yep.
So Ethelred is 1760. Coincidentally, also, oh no, I failed to get Ratimo levels, but I managed to level everyone else who was close to leveled. Yeah, sorry, Ratimo. I did try, but you got KO'd really early.
Happens.
The obligatory first 30 player skill.
Yeah. So I'm actually 1830, right? Against Lefe's 1960 humans. So I guess
Also have a loner.
I'm getting... Yeah, that was including the loner. So I guess I'm getting a wizard?
Bro, yeah, basically. What else are you gonna get?
Yeah. I actually, if I wasn't playing this game, I might vote for Lefe on this one, you know?
Yeah, I got that, but like humans struggle a bit with dark elves sometimes because they have the same armor, but they're more agile.
A dark elf's just better humans, is that what you're saying?
Jesus. Dark elves don't have guard, okay?
No.
They're not better humans.
Not until they roll doubles, yeah.
Yes.
And
humans, if they roll doubles, are comparatively as good as elves because they start getting dodge all around them and just are annoying also.
Okay.
So, potato. And humans get better on level 3, so...
He's obviously a lot faster than the Dark Elves, though. So speed could be an issue.
Speed is an issue if we know how to use the damn catchers. That's my with him. The things I could do with a 12 movement catcher, Jesus.
Yeah, it's not quite a natty. I was about to say ratty, what?
Just needs to level, it just needs to be legend, easy, to be a 1 natty, basically.
And he's got grab as well. Does he know how to one turn? He better know how to one turn with grab and
I haven't seen him one turn in any of these games.
No, I have a feeling I've not seen it either. Man, that would suck if he can't.
Like that catcher to be perfect just needed to wrestle to be block and dauntless to be sidestep. Need to be perfect.
Dauntless to be sprint, surely.
Oh yeah.
Then it's an actual natty.
Sprint. But that's the thing with catchers. When they start to get movements, you start to get into the paradox. Do I get sprint early, expecting more movement, or?
Yeah. I definitely think, like, normally I think sure feet is much better than sprint, but when you've got to movement 10 is the point at which I think sprint is better, and not because of using sprint, but the threat of a natty and just being able to place him anywhere means your opponent kind of has to backline, and when your opponent backlines, you can get the pushes so you're not GFIing at all, right? That would be my plan. Too bad the movement came too late. Yeah. But I mean, you know. Yeah.
You could technically, even if they arch 3, you can get another catcher next to their line and blitz with a ball carrier with the one turner.
Oh yeah.
One dice.
Well, because he's got grab, you could actually use the grab to get the push, without using the blitz, and then get maybe push 2 people forward and get the other person to do the blitz.
Yep.
Or blitz through himself with Dauntless. Get the Garder on.
Yeah. He even has Dauntless, so he has that side of him. He's like a blitz to one turn natty.
Yeah, could be. But still, I'm going for Ethelred. As are a lot of people, because of Ethelred's known quality as a coach, obviously.
Recognizing his improvement in the last game.
Okay, and the last game is James Cook versus Flavius, which we know is not going to happen. Yep. So, you've already put a poop emoji. I'm putting more poop emojis. There's now 3 poop emojis on it. Cool, and that's 2A done, right?
Yes.
We happy with that?
So you need to win with 2 touchdowns to actually end up third.
Yes, I need to win by 2 touchdowns more than
just two.
Just 2. and Palladius. I mean, or I just accept that 4 is enough to get through. I could turn it into a shootout. That'd be funny. Probably not a good idea with the amount of mighty blow that the humans have, frankly. I think I'll just try and win, and if I get 2, that'll be good. And hope that Palladius doesn't win. Especially, like, this is one of the things, like, James Cook dropping out puts almost no pressure on me, right? Like,
there's no way. Even if the James Cook was playing, there's no way.
Yeah. If I lost and he won,
the touchdown difference is still too big.
Oh,
You'll
true.
you'll have to win by 4-0 and you lose like 4-0.
Okay, fine. Well, basically, all the top 4 are pretty much promoted then, right? The top 3 are promoted by dint of being top 3, and the 4th one will get sucked up by re-rollers above them.
Yeah, pre-rollers and people leaving.
Possibly even further down. So Duckwing could go up to tier 1, or whoever's in 6th place or 5th place.
I'm not sure because there's 3 division tier 2, so...
Oh yeah, that's true. So they're split out.
If it gets to that point, they might even promote a first player from tier 3, or just try to do a touchdown difference, or the 5th player with most points in all the tiers or something.
Mm.
But I think the priority sometimes is just to promote a first player from tier 3 already to tier 1, basically. It encourages people to strive for more in the tiers, you know.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, should we do one of the tier 1s? Rasmo, do you have a preference? Tier A or B? A or B?
Not really. I'm gonna bounce anyway.
Okay, but pick one because we're indecisive. Oh, let's just do. Should we do? I feel like we should do. Let's do A. Okay. I've clicked on B, but the reason I chose A was because of the very minor possibility that Spider might be around this evening.
Okay. I won't be, so the usual. But I have 2 games like late night today. Jesus. At 11 and midnight.
Is Franco in the chat? And if so, we'll do Franco's division tier A. Otherwise, we'll do 1B. How about that? That's a way of deciding, isn't it?
Let me see the chat. If he's around. Yeah, he's around. He's skulking. Okay.
Okay, yeah, cool. All right, fine.
But he's skulking.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce.
All right, cheers. Thanks for joining us, Ratmo. Maybe speak to you next week as well. That'd be cool. Maybe Ethelred might even be on. You never know.
I'm actually on holiday next week, so most likely, yeah. It's my first holiday of the summer. 1 week.
It's the other way around with Ethel. When Ethel's on holiday, he can't join, but when he's off on a work trip, he's almost certainly going to be able to join us next week.
Words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard. Yay! A, says Tom. Okay, there we are. That seals the deal. Let's have a look at 1A. So let me get this to the right place as well, and Discord in the right place too.
And we can officially announce that Carmack won 1A.
I mean, like, hadn't Carmack won 1A some time ago?
No, there was still the possibility if he lost that Ant-Man could pass him over. With touchdown difference and everything.
I think wasn't there something like Ant-Man could overtake? Oh, actually, the touchdown difference was the same.
Like Carmack had to lose both the last games for it to be a possibility.
Yeah, and Ant-Man needed to win both or something, right? So
yeah. Or even Stalberg because he did. Well, we'll talk about that. You know.
Yeah. So the first game of last week is in fact Franco's game or Tom's game against Van Esterlane and the Physics Boys. Yeah. It was a draw, which considering the horrible, dirty, murderous Orc team is pretty impressive. Wait, no, this is the Goblin Orc team, isn't it? Not the real team.
This is not the Papa Nasty one.
No, sorry, I was thinking that one.
Okay, let's see what happens. What happened here in the stands. Okay.
What?
The orcs did turn 8 score on the first drive, and then Tom did turn 16 score. Oh, he did a turn 16 score with only one orc on the field. We
Now,
got 5 casualties and 6 KOs.
now, considering there is one Mighty Blow player, I'm guessing there was some fouling in this one,
There
right?
was some fouling. There was 3 sent off players at the end of the game.
But he got Setek, we should mention, and he also had a loner.
We got the comment from Tom.
Yeah. We also had the loner Tomb Guardian. I actually outbashed the Orcs by the end. Khemri just aren't fast enough to score more than once. Oh, so what you outbashed them to the point that you would have liked to have scored faster, but then Khemri just can't run past things.
The orcs just barely scored with like. Oh, the orcs had a healthy team at the end of drive 1. Then it's all started to go sideways on the second half.
Yeah, like a lot of time people talk about the advantage of bash teams getting that first LOS, and they should always take the hits. But actually, getting 2 sets of LOS on turn 8 after your opponent scored on their 8-turn drive and at the beginning of turn 9 is often bigger. Yeah, exactly. Orcs narrowly scored, came down to 1 die and a bunch of 3+s.
Like it was the turn 8 line of scrimmage for the Camry that KO'd the troll out of the game, basically.
Mm-hmm.
For example.
Yeah, and that's that was one of the reasons why even as an bashy team, I'll tend to pick defense because also like the first LOS hits, you're bunching 3. Every team always has 3 rubbish linemen who they can stick on the LOS. So those first LOS hits are always just three linemen. Whereas often the second team will get to hit something nice that'll be left out after the LOS hits. And then by the time you get around to turn 8 and the 2 LOSs that happen afterwards, you might have reduced the number of rubbishy linemen they have, and you might be actually punching something good. Anyway, that's my theory bowling for today.
And answering to the 3+s comment by Tom, that's basically the East Lane playstyle with orcs. He's got a bunch of pro just so he can roll all the 3+s that he wants, basically.
I mean, and also the stunty goblins definitely. He's he's not afraid of rolling dice at some point, right?
Which against me it worked very well, but as you can see from the rest of the season, it started being a detriment to his record, basically.
Okay, so points. Who bet on the draw?
I should have voted.
A lot of
If I
people.
didn't vote. Yeah, I think a lot of people were predicting this. Okay, I voted for the Orcs win. What the hell was I thinking?
Lol. I do think like the Orc win was pretty likely, right? It was. Pardon me.
Yeah, on paper it was likely, but
But there is a bet, and like the Orcs have done quite well, haven't they?
Yes. Well, not exactly. They're at the bottom of the table. They might get demoted even.
Oh, really? Okay, fine.
Yeah. Like the demotion wars are really strong on Division 1. There's still like 6 players fighting not to get demoted. Well, Tom already got demoted, so it's 5 players. All in 2-point range.
Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, Luke down to Van Estelen. Only 2 points between them.
So,
Cool. I have actually done all the betting. There are points of Palladius, Carmack, Spider, Danton, and me. Putting Spider and Danton still 1 point apart. They both got it right. Lol. Alright, so the next one is Haugster's Scalemates against Mongloom and his Kislev. Jimmy's Leaping Avengers.
Normally Mongol is here at this hour, but it seems not.
No.
Yeah, it's Lizard just
The
battling it out.
Well, you say that, but Kislev is supposed to be one of the like. So lizards are a good team, but having a team that can leap and get 2 dice hits on the ball relatively easy is one of their weak points, right? So you'd expect a Kislev team, especially with a leaping tackle, mighty blow piling on frenzy blitzer, to be able to remove some skinks.
Depends on how much 1 in 9 the Kislev roll.
Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah,
the
true.
stats. Let me see the stats.
Well, from the blocks, Mongoloom did a lot less blocks, but did get more armor breaks. So I'm guessing he did do some damage to some skinks.
Yeah, Vengeful Dice even says that the Lizards got the way worse dice even.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. They didn't score on the first half, no. And then on the second half, I think they stole the ball and scored, basically, somehow. Yeah, they stole the ball and then... Yeah, they stole the ball, then went for a quick score, and the Kislev weren't able to score back. Let me see more. Yep. Oh, was that a blitz? Let me see. Looks like a blitz.
Oh, the lizard's got a blitz.
I think the Lizards got the blitz. Not sure. This is very confusing here in the thingy. But there's like 4 turn 8s, so I would expect they got a blitz before. Yeah, this was not made to be seen like this.
I'm now showing the rather than just listening to you.
Like there's 4 turn 8s, I'm still trying to make sense.
So that
Yeah, I
means
think it was a blitz.
yes, that must be.
Looks like a blitz because the Lizard started the first line of. They started with the ball, so as you can see from the skinks, it looks a lot like a blitz. Like you would just go with the skinks around the side, and then just
No.
swarming
So
really
no.
short.
All right. So the scalemate, the first turn 8 is the scalemate's turn 8, right? They tried to GFI into the end zone and they failed. And that leaves the ball on the floor, and the Kislev just do a couple of punches. Then then there's an extra turn 8, which seems. Oh no! Wait. Yeah. So
It was a GFI into trying to pick up the ball. The GFI failed. The ball bounced out of bounds and went into the thing, or no?
yeah, you're right. No, you're right. The Lizards got a blitz. The Lizards go down the sideline.
Yeah, they failed the GFI to catch the ball at the end, but they still were able to score because they were better positioned.
Yeah.
And then the Kislev tried to score back, but failed on the last plays, basically.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so it was basically a blitz that did it.
The blitz decided the game there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back, just getting some...
Okay, cool. So while you do that, I will give the points for the Lizards. So only one person bet on the Lizards, and that was Spider with his lizard love. Maybe that's the wrong phrase. Lizard solidarity. So that brings Spider level with Danton, actually, interestingly. And the next game after that was Swedo's Undeadliest Cuz versus Galentio. Is that... and Galentio was angry about his team. So maybe this is why he's gone to go and make a drink at exactly the moment we're about to talk about his team.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's a draw. It's not even that bad.
I might as well lost.
Ooh. So.
Basically, it was a very balanced game. I scored, he scored, everything was fine. I was able to score in the first drive without giving him an obvious wizard, so he didn't even use it.
Yeah.
Then on the second half, he tried to go for a quick score and then tried to use the wizard to 2-1 me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to get I was lucky enough to get a riot that gave him one last turn. I made it almost impossible for him to score because I just stacked basically blacks.
Yeah.
He needs to use the wizard a bit. He did it a turn too early, so he didn't have any ball recovery.
I think that was weird, right? Am I thinking about the right game? I saw this, I think. And,
he did it like turn 14 or 15 instead of the one where he would be able to get the ball with the goal.
Oh yeah, of course. I was watching Swedo. Yeah, he was kind of hoping for an armor break, wasn't he? Because you had one player back with the ball, and he zapped him, kind of hoping that he'd break armor, and then you wouldn't be able. But he didn't break armor, so instead you just got up and picked the ball up again, and it was like it was just a wasted wizard as far as.
And the second half was very noted by every block that he did was a Kaz, like straight up Kaz. He saw it. It was like crazy. Like he blocked me once, Kaz, death, Kaz, and the thrower dying was a 4+, 5+ dodge with a GFI into one dice, into surf, into dead. And I just stared at that like, yep. And he didn't even use a reroll, just use dodge on one of them.
To be fair, the thrower, dodge is nice, but the rest is kind of meh, isn't it? So that's not the worst thing to lose, is it? And, the blitzer...
Yeah, but having a blodge player with humans is so helpful.
Yeah, but, you've got other blodge players. You'll roll more blodge players. It's fine. This team has seen the wars a little bit in the last few games, though, hasn't it? Jesus.
It was so much better at the start of the season. Jesus. I got my null thrower with the Agi lineman, but it's not the same. It got blodge also. Spoiler alert.
Oh, what? So yeah, I was talking about giving it sure hands. I didn't see your roll. I think did you start the stream?
It was a double one.
Double one. The best snake in the game.
Yep. And I got him dodge, so I have another blodge ball carrier that can get the ball.
So sure hand.
Now.
So sure hands on 51, or are you going to get another?
If he gets there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this team is gonna need some thinking. Oh, I'm gonna develop. I think I'm gonna stick with them, but if I keep on tier 1, it's gonna be real hard to develop them.
Tell me about it.
Especially the blitzers. The blitzers will, at this point, the rookie blitzers, which are 2 now, are gonna be like lineman with block, kinda.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is not good enough for this level, but
at the moment, you just need to get them 2 touchdowns, and they'll be guard players, which would be so much better.
Yeah, easy. You go against 2K teams and get 2 touchdowns with the rookie blitzer.
But lots of people bet on the draw for this, which is interesting. I'm surprised so many people bet on the draw.
If I was from the outside, I also vote for a draw.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. I always thought that undead were like slightly better humans.
I think by
the way, while you were away getting a drink, Spider caught up with Danton because he was the only one to bet on the lizards in the previous game, which is interesting. Yeah,
makes this round and last round interesting.
Exactly. So, of the people who bet for this game, Carmack gets a point, getting to 24. Broccoli gets a point. I thought he wasn't actually betting from the few points he's been getting recently. And Guido and me, 47, and I get stop, undo.
Corruption.
I get 40. Hurrah! And the Spider gets a point, putting him in the lead. So from 2 points down to 2 points to 1 point ahead so far. See, it can all change, and that's just with 1.5 divisions done so far.
That's
Right?
how betting works. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So should we move on now? You had enough. You don't have anything else you want to say about your game?
Just that Nephil hates me, and I hate goals even more.
Yeah, it's fine. So people always used to say you can't talk ill of Nuffle because he'll curse you. But I've realised that he curses everyone. You should just accept it, and you can call him what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a generous god on that side.
Mm-hmm. It's the same when people say you can't turn down strength ups because it's an affront to Nuffle. Don't worry, he hates you already. Just turn it down and pick the better skill.
And now for the game that nobody cared if any of the teams died.
Well, no, we mean everybody wanted both teams to get to murder each other.
Yep.
And
not a lot of murdering happened.
Well, a strength bust on a dirty player is a bit. To be fair, Carmack seems kind of beaten up enough as it is.
Yeah, it's basically Nurgle with goats.
Yeah, he's missing out on the foul appearance and and the other ones just get an M&G. So a bunch of pillow-fisted whatevers. Look at the few blocks. This is two teams protecting their players. Carmack actually did lose a lot of players. I think he was down quite a lot. If you were to, it says here. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing.
I think Stalberg did a lot of armor breaks from what I see, but the injury dice were just not for him. I'm counting 19 stuns. Jesus.
Okay, so somewhere back in the mist of time before Carmack discovered the way that OCC runs and wanted to write a letter to Pidpad, he did tell me about how his game went. And no, that's too far. Chaos versus Chaos survived. He is a mindless killer. I've talked to Carmack before, and Carmack attributes his good Chaos play to watching Calcium Kaz play, and that's not because Calcium is the greatest player in the world, but because Calcium plays Chaos to such an extreme level. It's obvious what he's doing. So he's a good person to look at if you want to learn how to kill with Chaos, right? Because that is kind of that's his MO is to murder opponents' teams. We have this Carmack's both has a lot of praise for Calcium, but also his praise is slightly backhanded. And he described Stahlberg as 2 leagues below Calcium in ability, which I think is pretty harsh.
Oof.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Carmack that Stahlberg just won through attrition. If he got 30 Kazas this season already. That's an average of like 4 Kazas a game. And we're talking just Kazas done by blocks basically or fouls.
Yeah.
So most of the teams that face him just get removed. Like my game against him, just need to check something. Like both wins I had was against first and second in both the Chaos teams. And Stahlberg, when he wasn't able to remove my team, it was an easy game after that, basically. Like he expects to remove the other team and just win by the other team not having players. Basically.
I mean, not so much expects, but that is the kind of main game plan for high TV Chaos, right? That is the meta for playing a Chaos team, isn't it?
But a great Chaos coach will have a elf coat like Karmak has. He has 2 elf coats.
Even without that, I think watching the Sage play Chaos, it's hard to see how and why, but he manages to elf the ball almost as well with a mostly banger looking Chaos team, right? I think watching the Sages, was that OCC or was that Rebel, or maybe even So I think he was Chaos in Rebel, but basically he was concentrating on where the ball was and positioning and stuff, but also going for the murder. And I think
that's the difference. Carmack plays Bashi to get the ball. Stalbeck plays Bashi. End of sentence.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. But it was a draw. Which
people voted for a draw. Carmack voted for a draw and Spider.
Is that because Carmack? It's the end of the season. Carmack's already won, and he just wants to protect his team, and a draw is fine for him.
Could be that, yes. You could have predicted that he was going to play more passively.
Yeah. So Carmack or Spider was. Or maybe Spider saw that Carmack picked it, and then Spider picked it. But Spider is also well known for picking draws, right? So
and for the number of the blocks, it was a kind of passive game because you need scales versus scales.
Yeah, that's why I think I said that at the beginning. That low number of blocks between two kill teams. Which brings us on to the last game of the week, which is Luke 444 against Ant-Man. And it did actually happen, even though it's 2-1. No one's pulled out of 1A, which is possibly the only division we're covering where that is the case, I think.
A lot of blocks, a lot of removals.
Luke didn't win. How annoying.
He's a really good coach, but
armor bust. Yeah.
I guess from what I can see, it was just maybe it was the dwarfs going to town on the elves. I sense by the number of blocks that there might have been more like snakes that left the elves exposed and based.
That is a lot of blocks on both sides. Frankly, that looks
that's the only situation where I see the Chaos Dwarfs getting that much blocks against elves. It's like they snake something and leave all their players based.
Yeah.
For them to be blocked.
Well, I mean, not even necessarily snakes, right? Because when you're based by a lot of tackle, and you might not want to use all your rerolls, right? And I mean, Chorfs are kind of a bad time for most elf teams, aren't they?
Well, they are dwarfs, so they're bad for any team that has dodge.
Yeah, they're dwarfs, but they also have some movement. 7 effectively players, right? Or even 8, maybe you could argue.
8 or 9, depends on your luck. But strength 5 bull. That strength 5 bull was really annoying against me.
I personally don't like taking tackle on them because of the vast amount of tackle you already have. But both of these ones have tackle, which is kind of anti-elf choice, really.
I support tackle on the bulls because if someone is going for the ball, most of the times the dwarfs don't have the legs for it. Basically, they can't reach, and they're very good safeties, the bulls. So having tackle on a safety is nice. Because basically the bulls are the safeties of the Chaos Dwarfs.
They are, and I know a lot of people don't like frenzy, but I do quite like having a frenzy bull as a safety choice. Because with the strength, it's kind of oh, there's a surprise. The Norse coach is advocating for frenzy as a
want to say that.
Instead of tackle. But they need other skills as well. So tackle tends to be something I leave by the wayside. I'm more likely to get guard. I'd have guard on both of them. I think.
I will never play Shorts in my life, but if I was, I would make one bull be kind of the break tackle, kind of even like ball carrier with sure hands or catch, even if he throws a double. And I would be annoying with that one, or have the other one being a mighty blow tackle safety.
Yeah, I like one frenzy because it works both. I like both should always have block and break tackle. Those those are the first skills on every bull. Like it's that is just the way it is. After that is when you start to get the choices that you need to make about how you skill them.
The stereotype.
Yeah, and I like more guard because I don't have too much problem fighting elves, whereas I think I need more help against the bash games.
The thing about these skills dwarves that most people ignore is those really good to hobgoblins. They look like just blotch pieces, but they bring another level of staying power on the field.
I mean, the fact that Garda has Blodge is amazing, and the strength for also having Blodge and being the ball carrier is pretty sweet too.
It's a piece that rolls strength and 2 doubles.
Yeah.
Just.
No, only 1 double. Oh no, yeah, second double and sidestep. I'd have taken guard over side. Ball carrier, I guess.
Like if he's your ball carrier, you kind of take sidestep or sure feet if you're going crazy.
Yeah, I guess. I think sidestep, I guess, but Anyway, who bet on a draw? No, on Ant-Man. On Ant-Man.
Ant-Man meaning it was Philadius, Carmack, Danton, and Broccoli.
Okay, so all the ones at the top. So Broccoli gets to 40. Carmack.
Carmack, Danton, yes.
Yeah, and
Philadius.
Which puts Danton back to being 1 point behind Spider. You've dropped too many points. You were in the fight, but not doesn't look like it anymore.
Story of my life.
And that's it for this week for the games in the past. And as you can see, with 1 game left, Carmack is a full 4 points ahead of the next team, so easily won.
There's a couple of spicy games in the next round also.
Tom says every stream Cornite has to mention Frenzy or Jugs.
Yeah, I'm already used to it. I didn't even comment. I just let himself realize that he was suggesting Frenzy again.
Frenzy's a great skill, but fine. Like on a strength player, I'm more likely to suggest it than a strength 3, right?
Just go play with your beer piggies and leave
Fine.
the rest of us to pick normal skills.
Carmack was laughing at me because my Norse team looks like it's almost a vanilla Norse team, and I'm like, that's just peak Norse. Yeah, 3 frenzy, but a little bit of strength, a little bit of armor, and some dirty players. I'm happy.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. So
always last Frankash. That's going to tier 2 against Luke. A game that none of the players are like doing life or death in, so it's just gonna be a normal game, I guess. I'm gonna try to Frankash wants to develop.
Wait. We're still talking about the table. Let's finish talking about the table first.
Oh, okay.
Carmack's win. Congratulations, Carmack. Well done. Woo. Ant-Man and Stolberg are probably going up too.
Yep.
But
there's a chance that the lizards.
Yeah.
Steal one of the spots. And I'm gonna play lizards, so that's gonna be fun.
So you need to lose to them to save me from having to face Stolberg, which is what I'd like. Yeah. Carmack and Ant-Man are playing as last game as well.
Like technically, even Ant-Man can be 4th. Yep.
Yeah.
If Ant-Man doesn't at least draw, he's
but chances are, again, like the other division, all 4 of them are going up, right? Because of dropouts from above.
Yeah, but with champions, it's different. Champions doesn't get many dropouts. Normally, it's.
We're tier 1 now. Yeah. Yes, it's only the top 4 that make any difference in champs, right? Yeah.
Top 3. It's top 3, right?
No, sorry. So only if people drop out who are in the top 4 does it suck people up, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Only if one of those teams drops out. And then it is the first 4th place.
So it's really important that Haugster wins his game to deny
Ant-Man,
Like, it could be that Ant-Man doesn't go up, because Carmack, well, if it's a draw, who
if it's
goes?
a draw, he has advantage against Lizards on touchdown difference.
Okay.
Lizards would have to win by like 3-0 or 4-0 against
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. So Carmack
Shall try not to make it happen.
wants to win to stop Ant-Man joining him in Tier 1. He'd rather have Haugster there, right? He'd rather have the Lizards.
But also Stalberg is playing against the Undead, so... The Undead will have to play as elves, and they're not really good at it. So that's why it's a spicy last round. This is the leaderboard can be turned on its head. Basically.
But yeah, I would like you very much to throw against Hulkster, please, so that if just in case my Norse do make it into champs.
Not to get relegated. I'm still pretty much.
Oh, this is your actual real team as well, isn't it? God damn it, that's annoying. I mean, Luke's a fill-in, right? So Luke counts as a gap,
As
right?
nothing.
So does that count as you being higher up or lower down? Who knows?
Lower down.
Okay.
Let's see if he's ahead of me, but there's like 4 teams that just need a win to pass me, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty close, isn't it? As you said, between 5th and 9th.
That's why it's spicy.
Yeah. All right, so go on then. Let's talk about Franco versus Luke.
One team that has nothing to gain, just wants to develop the team, and another that just wants to do the last game.
Yeah.
So,
It could, yeah, exactly.
Luke will always give it
His all.
100%, I guess.
Yeah.
But the goal here for the Cameron is to maybe try to level a Tomb Guardian, maybe try to level that Blitzer that has 3 points.
I mean, I don't want to curse anything, but this Camry team's looking almost healthy again. Look, four Tomb Guardians, 3 of them with skills. 2 Blitzrars. Are you going to get another Thrower at some point, Tom? I don't know. It's probably not worth it. They are expensive and not actually very useful.
Not worth it.
I kind of like it to have a leader carrier.
Yeah, but he already has 3 rerolls, so it's not like I would say if he had 2 rerolls to get a thrower, to get leader, but if he has 3 rerolls, should be fine.
What about the other way around? What about get the thrower, get leader, and then fire a reroll?
That is risky because if you lose that thrower, if he dies, you're just stuck with 2 rerolls all of a sudden.
I mean, like,
And throwers are the most targeted players on a Camry team.
It depends as well a bit on how you play, right? So if you're always picking up with the thrower who's got the movement up and the strength up, then I guess then you don't need that many rerolls, right? You're re-rolling the pickup automatically with a thrower, and the rest of the time is just blocking, and you just try not to re-roll anything.
Basically, the rerolls would go more to the Blitzers and Tomb Guardians. The rest is just meh.
But also, like,
GFI,
getting another Tomb Guardian give you another player who's leveling fast, who might get something useful, right?
Yeah, that's the thing with Tomb Guardians. If they don't get something useful, they're not much stronger for it. Like, they can get Mighty Blow and Guard, but after that...
And stand firm as well. I like stand firm too.
I like stand firm on, but at that point, like at the 4th skill, if the 4th skill is normal, some people even start reconsidering recycling the Tomb Guardian,
Yeah. Tom says 2 rerolls with Tomb Guardians who don't have block. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that means you're not going to get thrower, which means I guess you've got enough players you want to level up without having to have a rookie thrower into the mix, and they are expensive and kind of rubbish.
You kind of can get like 2 linemen skeletons for the price of a thrower.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All the Camry position. So the Blitzrars and the Throwers are kind of overpriced for what they are. I think to make up for skeletons kind of being kind of cheap, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, when the Camry are reworked, I think the player costs will get reworked as well.
Because of the new like 5 point difference, whatever. So you instead of being 90k for a blitz, right, be 85 or something. Because it really sucks
Yeah.
that they are basically a white. They are exactly the same as a white with one less agility that costs the same. It's so unfair.
Yep.
Um,
I would, if they had thick skull, I would understand, but they do
yeah.
not. And I don't even get why they don't have thick skull, to be honest.
I think. Oh wait, they have been redone, right? They do all have thick skull now. In the 2020 rules, yeah, Tomb Kings in the 2020 rules do have thick skull everywhere. I think now, maybe not maybe not the blitzers, maybe everyone else except for the blitzers. But it means that the Roras now have thick skull and they didn't before. Where is it? Tomb Kings, Shambling Undead. Is it Tomb Kings? It's not. It's not Tomb Kings. What are they called?
Oh, it's Tomb Kings.
Is it Tomb Kings? What?
Yep. Let me see. The skeletons have thick skull. No, the blitzers have thick skull now, also. That's the thing. Like, everyone has thick skull except the Tomb Guardian.
Yeah, cool. That's kind of what you expect.
And now decay is not as bad on the new rule set. So
Yeah,
that's even
it's same as
buff.
how Niggles have got better. It's a +1 to the injury rather than.
It's basically how Niggle works on the bubble 2 rules, basically.
I need a second. So can you carry on talking about the you know, Tomb Guardians or whatever?
Tomb Guardians. Okay, we just hear Core Knight assaulting a miner while I talk about Tomb Guardians. Yeah. I think the thing that Tom wants is to.
Oh, I can't find too much money.
Sorry about that. I was
Yeah, muted. I couldn't speak.
Yeah. Oh, you could still hear me, couldn't you? Sorry. Yeah. So I muted myself on the stream, so the stream couldn't hear me. But Galentio got to hear me telling my son that he's supposed to go to his grandma's.
Yeah, and I couldn't speak because they were speaking over me, and I was just like babbling.
But yeah, sorry. Yeah, I turned off my mic on the stream, but didn't mute myself on the Discord. Anyway, so you got to hear my son whine, and he might be whining more. Yeah, he's about to be whining more, I think. Anyway, we'll just have to live with that for now. I might have to pause a second again, but we'll worry about that later. Where were we? So Franco,
Yes.
Franco against Luke. A full Franco team against. So the full Franco team is actually at 1650 with a lot of cash, but probably not anything to spend it on.
No.
Yeah.
It's a wizard. What else I can like? Since he has more bank, a wizard and a bribe, I guess. He has an 180k of treasury.
Yeah. Against that's 12 elves, isn't it?
If he wants to go crazy, he can go bribe everything. Just buy bribes. A bunch of bribes.
I want to vote for Franco here, but this is not a good matchup for the Khemri, is it?
No, it's not at all.
I'd rather be
They can't hold the elves basically, and they don't have that much tackle. They have 2 tackle, but yeah, one of the tackles is in the thrower, which will not be on the front lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Luke. I'm sorry, Franco. I'd like to. And again, the kiss of death, Ethelred has gone for Tom.
Okay, next we have Ant-Man against Gonna Carmack. Okay, I was confusing the chaos since they have the same symbol.
Yeah. So this is Sabretooth Vagabonds against the Infernal Demon Smiths. So
With one less Sharf.
Almost equal TV. The Chaos are on 12 players. So their dirty player got strength buffed. Not 5 strength buff player yet, but thinking about it.
The Sharfs are at 13 players with one less dwarf.
And actually the higher TV team.
Mm-hmm.
And at home.
Yeah.
So no get the ref or throw a rock.
Does Chaos get an apothecary? An extra one?
I mean, the TV difference is so tiny that it's quite a bit of spend to what. So you're spending 70k
70K.
for a second Apo. I'm not a fan of that plan
No,
generally, but you know.
Nah, I don't think he'll do that. He'll get the babe or nothing, basically.
Now you've mentioned it, though, it sounds like actually less of a bad idea. I'm normally anti that as a concept, but it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, but at this TV, it's the spiraling expenses again. Makes it harder to gain money.
And I see you have gone for a draw, as well as Carmack again.
Mm-hmm.
So-
It's an Ant-Man game. What more can I say? I think also Ant-Man needs to be careful with his bulls. It's one of those games where his bulls can die.
I mean, I don't know when they're actually playing, but a draw for Ant-Man could be terrible, right? It could be that he gets overtaken by the 2 other teams behind him.
It's
if
very
it's a
unlikely
draw.
considering the touchdown difference.
No, because he's the points they're on. If it's a draw, both the 2 teams behind him win, then he gets overtaken, right?
No, if he draws, he gets 16 points, and the maximum points that Lizards can get now is 16 as well.
Oh, okay, all right, fine.
And they
then.
have less touchdowns.
All right, okay. All right, so not that bad then. Fine.
If he ties, it's not the end of the world. Needs for me to get positively smashed to get overtaken by the Lizards. We're talking like 4-0 win, basically.
Okay, yeah. So they're both happy with a draw, and they both want their teams not to get beaten up before they go into champs. So yeah, it probably will be a bit defensive. But so in third place is Stolberg with his 1930 Killer Bash Chaos.
Against Swedo and his poor Nurgle, poor Undead.
Undead. 12 players. Yeah, but the thing is, like, for Undead, they do actually have... well, first of all, they have 80k of inducements, right?
Right.
They also have 15 players at the moment.
Jesus. That's a lot.
Which is a lot of players, and pretty good for just throwing in the way of the chaos,
And I
right?
think he has the Bribe Stadium, right?
It's at Stolberg.
Oh, it's at Stolberg.
So Stolberg is at home.
Stolberg, I think, has the Throw a Rock one.
He has the Wizard Stadium.
Stolberg?
That's what Blood Bowl 2 is showing me at the moment.
That's new. That's very new. He didn't have that against my game. In my game.
That is an interesting choice for Chaos.
Yep. Makes sense. Doesn't make sense.
It makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense?
I can see it being a tool to get cages open.
I mean, okay, so lots of people have voted for Stolberg on this one. Only Ethelred has gone for Swedo.
Yeah, like even if they have 15 players, if they get removed during the drive, it's the same.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, so regen doesn't help because you're still not on the pitch anymore.
Yep.
But
You can
with,
regen, but still be in the reserves.
with a wizard,
With a wizard. The wizard part even helps the undead here. They can just try to get a ult, steal the ball, and run away.
Sweeto's taken a move up on a zombie, which I do not agree with.
That's terrible, dude. Why
I
did you
mean,
do that?
like that. Like I guess they're running out of good choices after block, but still, movement up. I would fire this player. That's what I do.
Yeah, I would ignore the movement and just give him something else.
Like tackle.
Tackle or.
I mean,
or
like,
something.
so this is now a 90k player. You fire him, you get a wizard. No, you don't get a wizard because there's no wizards. All right, fine, whatever.
You get a star player if you fire that one.
Yeah, you get what's his name, Setek.
Close to a Setek, yes. If
I mean,
not, you can just get Chainsaw.
I mean, actually,
And a
Sweeto doesn't care about winning, does he? Really? Does he need to win? He needs to win to not be relegated.
Yep.
I'm going for Sweeto. I also think Sweeto is a better coach than Stolberg, having
But
Played them
Stalberg,
both.
if he loses, will not get promoted to champs.
Mhm.
Probably, if the Lizards win. If Lizards win and Stalberg dies or loses, he doesn't go to champs.
Tom says Fend, big fan. That's what makes Brett so good. So there's a lot of bits towards that sentence that I could unpack and disagree with, but I'll just say fine, whatever you want. But no.
Okay, just keep
Just
the ball
no.
running.
Yes. If Fend is what makes Brett so good, then yes, that is a good explanation of how good Fend is. Because Brett's a garbage too. Anyway,
Keep going.
I do actually quite like Fend, and especially when it's masked like on Brett's. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, no one's gone for the draw. Interestingly enough, which I think the two wizards will help make not a case as well. All right, so next is your game. Your humans are at home with no
Versus
stadium
the Scary Lizards.
versus the scary lizards. Yes, you have 10 players, so your TV is 1490, and the lizards are at 2000. So you will be getting.
They have 190k on the treasury, so they're more
They-
like 1960.
Yeah, but do they have extra money before and they didn't spend it? I think they had extra money before. I think they might just be keeping their money in case, they need to replace a Saurus, right? But well, I don't know.
Would make sense, but at the same time, not. I don't know.
I mean, also, you're like 500 TV behind them. Does it make a difference if you're 500
It will
or
basically mean that
450?
I don't get a wave, I think. But I'll probably get Griff and a Wizard, I guess. I don't know if I get Griff because there's a bunch of Saurus with tackle. It's ranked 4. But if I don't get Griff, what do I get even with a Wizard? Like, there's not like it's such a good team that any star player will feel underperforming against this, basically.
I mean, if you're afraid of the mighty blow, you go Zerg. There is too much tackle for Zara. I think Griff is still like Agi 4, so that means
Agi 4, the Antus Kings kind of player.
Yeah. I do
I
love.
think I'm gonna go Griff.
I do love
Griff.
Griff.
Griff has an inbuilt reroll for everything that he does.
Yeah.
He just needed the pro to be like the reroll machine.
I think did he used to have pro, or he used to have leader or pro or something, or possibly both in like second edition. That's another story. Yeah.
I know that he's breaking the meta in the tabletop, so.
Yeah. Or one of many star players though. Or so I assume you've picked yourself, but you're a bit umming and ahhing about it.
It's gonna be a very tough. Like if I can get the tie, it's might be good enough for me to stay in tier 1. If I lose, I might get relegated, but it's one of the tougher games basically. Lizards against humans are one of the worst matchups for humans because you have strength 4 pieces that have movement 6. and you can't get away from them that easily. And then you have skinks that will prey at the ball the first chance that you fumble it on a 3+, basically. And it's difficult. The only thing that humans can do is probably get some lucky removal dinosaurs or start hunting the skinks until they can't handle the ball, basically.
I mean, you do have, a good skink hunting blitzer.
Yeah,
and
but will be out of position the first time I try to go for a skink.
Yeah.
And then just get murdered. Well, the ogre will not make much of a difference, but it has a block.
I mean, the ogre can be good at like tying up a Saurus or two, right? That's which is doing its job.
He will tie up a Saurus, then the Saurus will get like 2 assists from skinks and just knock him down again.
Like I actually, for the sake of the division, I want Hawkster to win, but I'm going to go for a draw because I think that's kind of likely in this game.
Yeah, if the game goes well for me, it will be a draw. If it goes awesome, I'll win, but that's the least likely result of the 3. I'll still vote for my win because I'm going to try to win. I need to win.
Of course.
But to really assure that I won't get demoted, I need to win, basically.
Okay, so the last game of the week is Mongloom's Jimmy's Leaping Avengers against Van Estelane's Physics Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is an interesting game. Like, they're both fighting to not get demoted also. And if they win, they can overtake me pretty easily. So yeah, but I think Mongloom has the advantage here.
Mongloom's team looks really good, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. And they'll play like elves. The only thing that can stop the Kislev here is the amount of guard that the Orc team has, but also that means that the Orc team could, like the Orc team will try to keep the game concentrated in one area, and the Kislev will try to stretch it out over the whole field. That's the thing that will make guard less useful.
I mean, again, I'd be stunty hunting with the blitzer.
Oh, for sure, it has
for a
that
lot of the
killer
game.
frenzy piece that will most likely go to town on the goblins.
Should do. Watch as it fails to remove anything, though.
Yep. Watch
Wow.
him fail to injure anything. I think Vin Estlin is the kind of coach that will love Black Orcs on the tabletop, or the Blood Bowl 3.
Oh, the Black Orc team, yeah, with the yeah.
It's basically better Black Orcs with thick skull goblins.
I mean, I'm going for Mongloom as well. I think lots of people are going for Mongloom, but I'm nervous. As a Kislev coach, I never liked playing against Orcs. Once they get the ball into that little pack, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like if they get a cage with 2 guards on each point, it's very difficult to steal the ball there. We'll have to start going for or get 1 guard leaping into the cage and then leap with another and try to steal the ball with a 1 dice. Because the orcs have sure hands, and the orcs have sure hands also.
Yeah, blood sure hands as well at that. So no stripping and
last stand firm. Even if he brings him down, he'll drop. The ball will scatter from the center of the cage. Will also mean that in most cases he will get faced by multiple Taka zones of the orcs. Yeah. Not an easy game, but I think if anyone is gonna win, he's gonna be Mongloom. But also, Islane is known for throwing dice at things and working sometimes.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how low he is in the table. I kind of liked his plan overall, but I guess the Goblin plan doesn't really work that well once you get to.
It was a very tightly fought tier. Like the first ones were already like from the start already kind of predicted to go to champs almost.
Yeah.
But the rest were just fighting tooth and nail with each other basically.
Okay, and well, that is 2 divisions done, and we will do 2 more this evening if someone wants to join me. You're busy, right? So it will have
Live
to be
games
someone
at
else.
night.
Yeah. Oh! I've got a game. No, I don't have a game. But yeah. So there's only really one person playing Blood Bowl who I
think
know
Purple
well.
Chest just started also.
Oh really? I literally just looked in Blood Bowl 2 and it was only Eliod.
Yeah, Purple Chest just started streaming right now.
Oh yeah.
Like literally now.
Literally, yeah, 0 viewers at the moment. And Fanjo is supposedly playing Blood Bowl, but it looks like Magic the Gathering, Magic the card game.
That's some strange Blood Bowl.
And Popsicle, who's an Aussie coach, is also playing if you want to go to them. But I haven't rated Elliot for a little while, and I kind of like him, so I will.
I also vote for that.
Yeah. And just a warning, the Elliot's channel is intended for mature audiences. Because obviously there are 10-year-olds playing Blood Bowl. I don't think so. Lol.
Lol. Like 25 is young.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're like,
Oh my
so
god,
young.
you're not 40 yet. What a child you are.
Yeah. Sweet summer child.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Galentio. And I'll see you at least next week, if not in chats before then.
We'll probably chat.
Yeah. And there may be an OCC fancy football thing that we're doing that you want to do as well, right?
Yeah.
Nerd
Nerd out a bit even more since we.
Yeah.
Our nerd level was not high enough, it seems.
We'll probably talk about it more next week, I guess, when it's around. Anyway, goodbye. Cheers, Tom. Bye.
Bye.
Boom. Rated.
Rated.